Good afternoon and welcome. And today I'm going to talk about Musume Season 2, Episode 3. Hello again, I'm Anime Uzumaki 1118. Now, here's what we're going to go by. You know how, rivalries are always more exciting for us. It's always leave us to a certain point in any rivalries in life. Us ourselves have rivalries in games and debates about anime. We do this a lot. And we watch anime for the rivalries they had. Naruto and Sasuke, Goku and Vegeta, Natsu and Gray, Hinata and Kageyama, L and Light Yagami, Yuno and Asta, Bakugo Midoriya. Other rivalries we know and love, we watch them to see how much they can grow. Now, here's where I look at this Musume episode. This was very intriguing to me. Seeing how last week's episode was all depressing for me, it makes me sad seeing Tail out with a broken leg and hoping to see if she was gonna come back, But episode 3 was about the comeback story. And like all sports animes, or any sports show, or you look up any sport athlete, you see them going down and you see them training and they're going to get right back up. And that's what they did for this episode. We get to see Tails come back once again. And to see what she would do to make her better and having another goal in mind as she pushed herself even more to not only show the Prez, but the other people as a threat to her once again. So without further ado, here's my review of Musume Pretty Derby Season 2, Episode 3. The show kicks off with Tail coming back, with a leg injury, and now she has another goal. Instead of becoming a Triple Crown winner, she wants to be the undefeated horse girl. Now that's a big goal. The goal be undefeated. To be undefeated, legit undefeated, come on. I'm not saying that's a big goal. If that's a goal for her, that's fine. Like every comeback story, you know how this works. Every anime character, when it comes from an injury or a time skip, they're gonna come back and get better and better and better for every passing second. What we got from this is the exact same thing. So with Tails come back, making her shining debut, she's training like always. And it's the new year, so you know what that means. A new year, a new semester, and another year for new horse girls to be the next generations when they get older. So we're gonna look forward to that. I also like the fact that Taylor and McQueen's rivalry is so there. And that's what this whole episode's about. That's what this whole episode is really about. Plot-wise, it's just Tail and McQueen and the rivalry that Tail and McQueen has, not to mention the Tails comeback. That's the whole thing about this show, about this season we're gonna get. Now, the way how McQueen's story is that she's also lost, and now she's been second place 3 times right now. So it's kind of hard for her to be the best too. She's up there. But now I like how this whole theme of this episode is all about rivalry, because you got this other team where it's just their rivalry is up against them as well. Twin Turbo's team. I look at Twin Turbo's team with the blue hair, the horse girl with the blue hair and the green. I like the hair color she has. I'm not gonna lie. I look at Twin Turbo's team. They're not that serious yet. And the reason I put emphasis on yet is because, they joke around. They shot a bow and arrow by the door saying, we're going to defeat Team Spica, I like the friendly team rivalry they have. But for that other team, they got to take this seriously. They literally got to take this seriously because, like I said, they're a team, but they're not a big challenge to them yet. I'm waiting for them to have that big rivalry they have, that's that. But like I said, let me go back to the rivalry thing. We like anime rivalries because the rivalry is so clean and it's so pure. The backstory between the rivalry between Teo and McQueen's backstory happened when it's like they were training and they're not gonna stop. They've been running around the same track. They're not pulling any punches, and then they just, as they're running the next day and the next day, their rivalry is like they started out as rivalries, but then they became friends, and now they're frenemies. Like, we're friends, but we're rivals. And looking at that, it's reminiscing the whole Asta and Yuno. Like, Asta and Yuno's rivalry, it's so pure because they're not fighting with it. It's not like they're fighting and arguing on a regular basis, like that bitch ass Bakugo who keep arguing to Deku every now and then. Like, okay, I kind of said their rivalry. I'm gonna get to that rivalry next. But like I said, with Asta and Yuno's rivalry, at least they pure. You know what I mean? It's so clean. It's not like they're fighting. It's like, I'm gonna beat you one day, and I'm gonna, like, you know what I mean? At least they kept it cool with them becoming the Wizard King. He's like, Naruto, I become the Wizard King. Oh yeah, prove it. Watch me, I'll become the Wizard King. Let's see who will. And I like how they knuckle touch. You know what I mean? That's their symbol of friendship and rivalry, and that's nice. But other rivalries like Bakugo and Midoriya's, I mean, their rivalry is so like one is the nice guy, and then the other one is an angry dude, like a bully, no less. Yes, I know. I'm bringing back season 1 nostalgia, but still, even what he did in the manga, I'm still not owing him an apology. He got a long way to go to make me think otherwise. But like I said, Midoriya and Bakugo's rival is like, okay, it's there, but what's the point? Like, you got one who's good and got one who's bad. But Asta and Yuno's rivalry is so pure. I get to that. I'm sorry I'm going off. But at least their rivalry is all right. Now look at Tails and McQueen rivalry. It's so clean, it's so pure that this, like I said, they started out from enemies to be in the same team and forming a friendship. I like that in a rivalry. I really do. Now the rain scene. Here's the thing. I laugh at the rain scene because it's not because of McQueen. I'm laughing at Special Week. Like, she had that cake on her head. I'm sorry. Let me go back. In that moment when McQueen was racing, I noticed that Special Week had a piece of cake on her head. And I'm like, dude, is nobody not going to say anything? Is nobody not going to say, hey, Special Week, you got a cake on your head? And I'm like, is it going to melt? Is it going to keep it like that? Physics-wise? Anime physics-wise, I thought they're gonna keep that cake still and not do anything. And the way how it was dripping every now and then, I'm like, the cake is dripping. Okay. But okay. Now, the rain scene with McQueen racing, it motivates Tails' comeback. Every time I say the word comeback, I'm thinking that Naruto Shippuden opening, Heroes Comeback. 3, 2, 1, make some noise. I don't know why. It's just that Heroes Comeback thing. I don't know why. But look at that Tails comeback. That in that rainy race with McQueen, it shows that McQueen ain't giving up despite the weather. But it also drives Tails to be even better and prove that she could be faster and stronger than McQueen. So I like the rivalry that it's gonna have. I also like the fact that scene with the barber scene. Like, we don't really talk about the barber scene. Where, that's those extra characters doing a haircut thing and they keep cutting the hair. At least she wore a helmet on for protection. So, props for that scene. But like I said, the whole, I know I'm going back and forth on a lot of things in this. Forgive me. But still McQueen's race has just proved that for Tail, that she will come back with a new attitude, a new look, and a new agenda. Proving that once they race, that's going to be the hypest race ever. Seeing them racing against each other and see who wins. Now, I like the ending where everybody was clapping for Tails' comeback. Everybody was clapping because after a year off, she's finally back. And a new look, too. A new look and a new style. Yo, she is coming back. And I'm telling you right now, the way how this episode progresses, we're going to see Tails and McQueen rivalry to new heights, new feats, to a point where they're going to race against each other one day. So yeah, so what did we get episode 3 about? Well, like I said, episode 3 is about Tails' comeback and the rivalry that McQueen and Tails have against each other to makes us see that this is a perfect rivalry that these two are going to have, and we're going to see them grow and grow more as the episodes go on. Plot, same thing. The plot, it's getting there. Like, I mean, the plot has already been set in stone. The plot is already set in stone. We're seeing the defeats that Teio has and McQueen has, and how it's gonna impact the other teams, especially with Twin Turbo's teams going at it. Like the whole thing is gonna be, the plot is gonna be about the rivalry between Teio McQueen, but also between Team Spica and the other teams. So let's see how that progresses as the episode moves on. So thank you for watching this episode. Again, great episode, great comeback. I felt some Rocky vibe, you know, when when they down, they go right back up. The eye of the tiger thing. Talk about the eye of the horses. But like I said, great episode. I look forward for next week's episode of Musume, and I hope you will.